Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of Final Fantasy XVI.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
We are making our way to another crystal, and there's a bunch of guards guarding the entrance. So we're going through this area, which I'm sure will be, completely devoid of any monsters or any sort of threatening presences or anything. It's going to be
This is nothing like I remember it.
a walk in the park.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Huh. What now?
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
I really wouldn't if I were you.
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out. Or not.
Are there any enemies with... Nope. Okay. So, let's go with this. Wait a minute.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
Oh, it's the guy.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us.
Aw.
Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
Hey.
We can speak inside.
Oh, I like how they're still kind of moving a little bit to show that he didn't kill them. Because boy, would that be awkward.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Oh, I have a half-brother now?
So Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Oh boy, new things. Uh,
What is it you require?
Gaia Blade, don't need that. Goldberg Slash, don't need that. Battle Chains, don't need that. Crimson Tassels. Nope. Nope, nope,
I will
nope.
be here should you need aught else.
No, I'm good. Can I... let's see. Are there any new... Nope. Okay.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Ooh. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Okay. Like, I guess Wade is coming? Yes. Okay.
We'll keep them from the bridge.
The blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Look at me sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are lucky.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Hey, buddy.
What is it now? I told you.
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us
Is he gonna do that
a pair
that
of
thing?
filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come.
This ain't gonna work
die
out for you,
along
buddy.
with your flame.
Oh, he didn't say the thing.
Forest area.
Your petty revolution ends here. On these
I did it wrong.
we
Oh well.
swear.
Takes care of him.
Bloody
Nope.
hell!
Reinforcements from the far bank.
Another wyvern to fight that battle for.
Where is it? Get back here.
Fire and flame.
More dragons.
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
See, let's get one of those. Oh shit, one of these guys.
Stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point that this land is in dire need of cleansing.
This isn't gonna work out well for you.
keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
We'd finish him.
Nice. Combat's fun. Very fun. I'm enjoying it. Did I get a level? Hey, I got a level. Imperial Link, Dragon Talon, Wire Ray, Serpent. Da 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 da.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it. As we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
I'm so glad he lived. I liked him. Okay. I'm gonna go see what renown I can get. Renown rewards. I mean.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
I'm going to need to go to the hideout for a second. Port Isolde.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
Huh.
Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod.
Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
What the fuck?
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
A game they used to play. That's so cute.
Bravo,
And he's
Uncle.
crying. It's so cute.
You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
He was always kind of a monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Something seems to be up with Jill. I am concerned.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I need to pause real quick. Okay, so this whole thing is kind of why I'm doing this. Like, I realize that I'm not particularly, entertaining or wacky or anything like that. I don't know who would watch this or who would want to watch this. I mean, I look at the analytics, and people usually only watch a few minutes. So I'm screaming into the void. No one's hearing me. But I'm doing these reviews, right, of these games, and I'm doing it in large part because I see like articles that once I play the game, it makes me wonder if they ever actually bothered to go through the entire thing. Like, I saw some articles about how she was a bad character, about how, like, there was nothing to her, right? And I'm playing it, and we're going through the scene where she obviously has these complex feelings of guilt and abuse and, you know, all these really kind of interesting things. And it feels like the person who wrote the article that she's not much of a character didn't actually fucking play the game, or at the very least, like, didn't understand it. Maybe they skipped over cutscenes because they wanted to get right to gameplay. I don't know what the context was. So, like, by uploading the entire playthrough, even though, you know, like I said, I'm not that interesting, when I write the review, the context is all there. It's like accountability for my ideas. They're not just coming out of nowhere. And so, like, I am, like, going through this and going through the scene, I am so frustrated by the pundits or whatever who said that this is a bad character. I love Jill. Jill's fucking great. Sorry, just had to get that off my chest.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Yep, I'm super impressed with the storytelling so far. I really am. I mean, some of the stuff was predictable, like him being Ifrit, you know, his brother being alive, all that stuff. Fine, but I still like the characters.
In the Iron Kingdom, but Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Okay, hold the phone. We need to go to, I'm guessing, the, yeah. Oh, that's a plus sign, baby. First, what do you got for me?
How may I help you today, Clive?
Pillow talk. Berserker ring.
Here you are.
Okay, what's the berserker ring gonna do? Hit him. Berserker ring. Temporarily increase attack proficiency with each precision dodge. Huh. Well, let's do the gear optimizer. Still says that this is my best option, and I kind of agree. What do you got for me, August?
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. That normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what you say?
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
How long's a bit? Okay.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
This is probably for new weapons, maybe, I hope.
First August, and now you. What you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like heavy, clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for? Now piss off.
All right, we're going.
Go and get him the cuirass. Study it.
I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
That monster's taken quite a liking to...
Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe. Care Northern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Okay, time to go kill a griffin. Use the hunt board to locate the griffin. Give me speed, please. All right, Moogle. I hear you hoping to hunt down a Griffith, Kupo? If I had the billet for an especially horrible one, the locals called Dos Mare. Okay, did I do it right? How do I... Care Norvin, Westgate, Sambrook. Did I do it right? I'm a little confused. Hold on. Skipping and hopping and jumping. Is there a button I need to press? Okay. I'm pressing any button. Okay, hold on. Okay, I just looked it up. It looks like I don't have... There's like nothing that you interact with, which is a little weird. Glorious Gates. Northreach. Is there a... like a list? Local map. Hmm. Dim. Docs. It must be this. It must be over here. Southeastern. I guess I'm traveling west. So I'm guessing maybe over in here? Maybe? Well, we're going to find out. Well, let's go through it. Just go through the area. I figure we'll find it eventually. You're not what I'm looking for. Well, you can definitely feel yourself getting more powerful. What is that? Where am I? I think it'll be in here. Although it might be a good idea to use a chocobo to look.
Ready, go? Faster!
Oh, is that it?
Straight home now.
Aruna. Not exactly what I want. Okay.
That's what I think it is. This isn't gonna be easy.
Get one of those. Boy, this is a... Not bad, not bad.
Nice try. Well done.
This game's fucking sick. This game's so fucking sick. I get that it's easy, but it's still fucking sick. I don't care. How did I? Okay.
Rest well. I know I will.
Like, once you know, get it? Ooh. Okay. Let's get this chocobo in here.
Good girl.
Am I going down the right path? I think I am. I think I am. Should I? I shall. Nice. I mean, this still isn't my game of the year, right? It's if if this had released like last year, oh yeah. 100%. Like, but Tears of the Kingdom is still just chef's kiss good. So, you know, I think right now, for me, everything is competing for second place. Unless this does something amazing. But I think in order for it to you know, move out of second place into first is to give me, you know, more, I don't know. I hate the discourse around this game about whether or not it's a Final Fantasy, and like, it is, but like, I kind of think that in terms of an action, you know, that mix of action and turn-based, I think they really nailed it with Final Fantasy VII Remake. And this is more along the lines of like Devil May Cry, which is fine, it's good, and I would still consider it a Final Fantasy. And like, throughout the years, they have always tried to do different things, and I've always appreciated that. But like, there are elements that are in those other Final Fantasies that I really enjoy that aren't in this, and I kind of miss them, right? I miss being able to play as another character. I miss some of... Although, like, being able to beat the shit out of someone with a chocobo is kind of great. I have to get off, don't I? Oh, God. Kestrel's Beak Braid. What is that? Gonna be in gear. Kestrel's Beak Braid. Increase down thrust damage by 10%. Nah. And I can't go in there. Okay. But yeah, it's, you know, I've been playing Final Fantasy since Final Fantasy VI, back when I think it was called 3. Actually, I would say, like, For the longest time, when people ask me what my first Final Fantasy was, I'd always say Chrono Trigger, because Chrono Trigger was the game that kind of got me into Square's games, you know. And then that same team, as I understand it, I could be wrong, went on to make Final Fantasy VII. Like, they had a good sense of character and character relationships, and like, oh hi, you usually don't mind me walking by you, but okay. But yeah, I actually did play the very first Final Fantasy on an not an SNES, on a NES, and I didn't like it. Like, it didn't. No. It didn't click with me. I was very young, you know? Like, that's the thing I've learned in the years playing video games, is like, stuff that you like when you're young and stuff that you like when you're older kind of are different as you become more aware of, you know, how certain mechanics work. Like, I was playing against one of my friend's sons on a game called Primal Rage. It's a fighting game. And he was like, you know, he was real young, so he was like, hey, you know, blocking isn't fair, you shouldn't block. And I was like, excuse me? And now he is like, you know, a tournament level Smash player. You know, like, who you are now is not always who you will be. And what clicks with you when, you know, your awareness and your intellect is not all there isn't necessarily the same. So I might enjoy the first Final Fantasy if I played it now, but back then, to be quite frank, I was too stupid. You know, it was like, what is this? Well, I don't understand. How am I supposed to progress? This is in time when I played like Mario and Mega Man and stuff like that. You know, it was very simple. Or maybe it could just be I was a dumbass. That's, you know, maybe I still am. You know, I'm making this thing rambling in the middle of the night to nobody after, you know, a day of work, trying to, you know, mentally justify playing video games when a part of me is like, hey, I should be working, you know. But yeah, so maybe I'm still stupid. I don't know. But the first Final Fantasy just did not click with me at all. And so for the longest time, I was against JRPGs. Although at that time, they didn't have the J in front of them. I can't remember when that started being a thing. And I kind of understand Yoshi P's sort of viewing it as kind of derogatory. Oh wait, I can go this way. But it's weird because of games like Final Fantasy VII and basically Final Fantasy VII to Final Fantasy X. I didn't like 10 that much, to be entirely honest. But like 6, 7, 8, and 9 are all just stellar fucking games. And so, like, I used to see those kinds of RPGs, JRPGs, as being like, oh no, these are really high quality. These are really good. Then there's like a deluge of garbage that started coming out around like the 360 PS3 era. That was just ugh. And I think it turned a lot of people off of the genre. And that's why you have stuff like this now, because they tried to experiment to make sure that that never happens again. At least that's my assumption. And like what was that? And like they've always been kind of pushing for, you know, kind of a real-time action-y sort of thing. Like Vagrant Story. That's what this kind of like. I wonder that if Vagrant Story were released, you know, today, if it wouldn't have been just a Final Fantasy. But either way, I'm just kind of rambling because I am just flabbergasted as to where the fuck this thing is supposed to be. Okay. Maybe, so I'm thinking maybe it's here or over in here. Let's go here.
Good day to you.
The crystals we get from the tailor will...
Am I going the right way? I think I am. Hmm.
Word is the Black Shields took a hiding.
When can I summon? Hey, he just materialized out of nowhere. That's great.
All right.
I mean, should I? I'm curious. Get him. Get him. Okay, where am I? Need to go this way. No, wait, that, what? Hold on, I went, okay. So let's go over here instead. Was that a cat call?
Faster!
I can walk from here.
So it's not... What are these? Cairnorvin Rivergate. Holy Eye. Evan Hall. Eastwatch. Old Roll, Weeping Rand, Oswing. You know, I'm gonna go quickly back to the hideout and double check to see where I'm supposed to go, because maybe I'm misremembering or something. Luckily, it's pretty quick loading. That's pretty fast. Now, if only Clive himself could, like, pick up the pace. Okay. Let's see. So this one was Clairview, Sambrook, Care Norvent, Westgate. So. Rivergate. Cutter's Gate. I get the feeling that maybe it's over in here? I don't know. Wait a minute. No. Okay.
Come on.
It just goes straight into the right. No thanks. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Time to fight.
No, not really. We're moving. We're schmoving. Okay, I can't get over there. So I'm thinking maybe over here. And I'm not sure exactly. So I'd have to go up these stairs and make a right.
Good day to you.
The crystals we get from the tailor all but work.
Let's see. Okay, let's go. Yeah. No, nope, nope, no interest. Not right now. Nope, nope. No, sir.
This won't be easy. Too slow.
It's like that meme from Invincible. Like, you're supposed to be stronger. I see that yellow line, and I automatically assume that it's like a worthwhile enemy. But apparently not.
Fly, Ambrosia. All right.
I'm guessing I have to go in there. Somehow. I'm not sure how. Nope. No, sir. Where am I?
Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
Okay, so I'm in the right area. Good to know. But I do see a thing over here.
Be safe.
Oh shit. Hi. Dos mare.
Leather work will have to wait. Morgul, look sharp.
Kind of hard to see. Oh. There we go. Whoops, wrong button. Look out, lady. Oh. I'm gonna save. Nice. Nope. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, let's try this. Hey, I know how to deal with that. Waiting for my stuff to come back. Oops. Okay, Will Wicks. And then I didn't do as well that time. I wasn't as prepared. It happens. You know what? Oh no. Well, we'll finish this quest and then that'll be it. That'll be our little indication. Scarletite and meteorite. On the animation there.
Is something there, boy? Could that be our man?
Could that be our man? Probably.
Are you all right?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She sent you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art, and not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but... Well, actually, I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would. Right. I've got some greaves to make. You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do. And thank you. Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
Okay, I go open the world map. I'm racing against time before batteries on my controller finally run out. I just want to see what this adds to my repertoire.
That monster's taken quite a liking to...
And with a bit of luck... How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this, along with his regards.
You're joking.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather-working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chests.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a curse breaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway, enough nattering. I've got work to be getting on with.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. I wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted. I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
What does that get me, though? Drake Slayer's belt design draft. Diagram detailing the steps to craft a belt fit for a hero. Okay. A recipe. Cool. You have obtained the design draft for the Drake Slayer's belt. Design drafts unlock new crafting options at the Black Hammer. Visit Blackthorn in the Hideaway for details on material requirements.
What do you need? What's that for you, dear?
A Drake Slayer's belt. Electrum. Where the fuck do you get Electrum? Drake Slayer's. Okay, so that would be kind of fucking sick to get. I need to figure out where to get it. Probably from, wait a minute.
That it? Fine.
Hold on. I'm willing to bet that it's from the monsters. Yes, okay. The same symbol. So would any of these have like a gelatinous mass? Probably not. Belphegor. Okay. What about over here?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
I thought it was 125. Hold on. Okay. Okay.
Come again.
Well,
We have more for ya.
that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna go charge my controller, and then I'll be back, and we'll do some hunting. See if we can get what we need for that belt. 'Cause that seems like a drastic improvement and worth getting before we move on. If we can get it. We might not be able to until later. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and I will see you all later.